Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. In today's video, I am actually going to do a video that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I don't think that I have done a video like this before. So I know I did my e.l.f. Mint Melt collection, which was very drugstore-ish, but I have not really done a drugstore haul on my channel before, and I'm very excited. I did have a chance to go to my local Ulta and Target, and I was able to just kind of browse through the cosmetics sections. I'm very excited for today's video to show you guys all of my fun finds that I came across. Some of these products may not be super new, but a lot of these products I've heard, whether that be on Instagram or just any social media platform, particularly YouTube, with all of the different channels that I do enjoy watching. I would say that probably 2 or 3 of these, like 2 of these products were definitely inspired from Tati Westbrook. I just watched some of her most recent videos that she's put out after a very long time. So let's get into today's video. I came across so many cool products that I've really never seen before. So the Coty Airspun, something that Tati mentioned in one of her most recent videos was the Physician Formula, the All-Star. So this is going to be a lot of their best sellers that they have, all kind of compact into one palette, which I think is genius. I got the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Foundation. I also got the CoverGirl Clean Fresh, this is their pressed powder, so I got the shade 140 Light. Really, this was kind of the only color that they had. I think it'll be a nice color. I got the Infallible, the 24-hour fresh wear. This is the foundation in a powder. I got a couple of mascaras. I've always wanted to try the Essence Lash Princess. This is something that I've heard a lot of other influencers falling in love with, so I figured what the heck, I might as well drink the water and see how much I love this one. I also got, this is new, I think. It's the Air Volume Mega Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. This is kind of a interesting tube for sure. I have Milani, got a new cream blush, and then I also got a Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Just a real pretty, like, pale pink, very neutral shade. This one is called Ice. I love lip glosses like this, so I'm very excited to use this. I'm just going to start applying the products. We'll kind of talk about them as I apply them, and at the very end, I'll let you know my thoughts and opinions. So let's clip back this wild hair of mine. One of the products that I did actually purchase when I did my Target and my Ulta run is I got the June & Co sponge. It's a little stained. I did feature this in my last video and I've absolutely fallen in love with it. It is so amazing for applying literally any foundation. I mean, I'm ranging from like tinted, like very liquidy skin tints all the way to a very heavy coverage foundation. I guess I forgot to tell you guys, I also got the NYX, the Marshmellow primer. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this one. I just have a regular moisturizer on my face. I've been really loving the Charlotte Tilbury, the Magic Cream, I think it's called. It's really nice. I did kind of a lot. It smells really pretty. It's very fragrant. It's really emollient. It's smooth. It just glides on real nice. I'm gonna take my sponge and sort of press it in, see what happens. But we'll see. The only thing I get worried about with like primers that have that much of a slip to it is what's going to happen to my makeup at the end of the day. Is it going to affect the longevity of certain products? I might even do a wear test. So the NYX primer, it's supposed to be a 10-in-1 primer. So it does a ton of different things according to the website. I'll go ahead and just kind of name off the things that it's supposed to do. So it smooths, softens, extends makeup for 16 hours, hydrates, soothes, evens tone, minimizes texture, blurs lines, soft focus, and keeps your makeup looking fresh throughout the day. Now we're gonna move into the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I got the shade 520 Fair. I think what I'm going to do is, let's just put it straight on here. So one side we'll put it straight on here, and the other side I'll stripe it on. So, because I kind of go back and forth. Wow, it's very liquidy. It's a really pretty color. It might be a little bit too light for my skin right now. I do have on just like a real quick like liquid bronzer that I just threw on my chest because it's very warm outside and I don't want to get sweaty, so that's why I wore a tank top. But we'll bronze it up. It's pretty though. I feel like it definitely covered, but it's absolutely not a full coverage. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. Well, not squeeze it as hard this time. So I'm just gonna do half of my face. It feels very lightweight. It feels really nice and fresh. It doesn't accentuate any of my fine lines. Yeah, I like this. This would be really pretty for like a really nice summer, super lightweight foundation for like daytime wear. I don't see that it has any sunscreen in it though. Just absolutely make sure that you're wearing a really nice sunscreen underneath this. Now I'm gonna just kind of squeeze it on my face and then I'll go in and blend it. I think what I'll do is I'll use a brush on the other side. Yeah, let's do that. The sponge, when I was applying it on this side, I felt like I was actually pressing it into my skin, where using a foundation brush, it's just sort of swiping it all over the skin. So I don't like using it with a foundation brush. So I'm gonna switch back to the sponge. I just immediately, I could feel that difference. But it does seem to absorb into the skin pretty quickly. Yeah, much better. I'm much happier with that. Now I have a couple different powders like I showed you guys. I have these two here that are like pressed powders. And then of course I have my Coty Airspun. So I think what I would like to do is I would like to put one of these on each side of my face and then maybe just set it just a little bit more with the Coty Airspun. I do not really enjoy using like the little sponges that come inside. It's just, I don't ever use them, primarily because I have a powder that I like to keep in my purse that is the powder, it's like my purse powder that I specifically have for my purse, and then something like this I would probably just keep like in my makeup collection when I use it. So I'm going to use an actual brush. So just gonna dip into it. The shade I got in this one is 130 True Beige. I'll go ahead and put it on. So this is supposed to be a really long wearing 24-hour powder foundation. It goes on really nice. I didn't get any new concealer, so we'll just have to go without the concealer. So I'm building it up because I do like a heavier coverage. And I've seen a lot of other YouTubers that are really able to get this to be like a really beautiful coverage. And so far, I'm really happy. This again comes with like a little pad. Ooh, this one has a lot of, I don't know if you can see that, has a lot of kick up in the pan compared to the other one. So it's not like as pressed as the Infallible, the L'Oreal one. Okay, here we go. The last time I owned a CoverGirl compact of any sorts, man, I had to have been in junior high school with those really old school, like the navy blue ones. They were a really dark navy blue compact, and I swear everybody had those. I feel that that really aged me. Oh my goodness. I know that these are both powders, but the Infallible felt like it went on like more of a smoother, like creamier kind of consistency. It was easier to like blend on. And I don't know if that's just like because I'm using a different brush with, because these are both like synthetic bristles and they're both very, very soft. But I wonder if maybe just the texture of the bristles is a little different. Color seems to be pretty similar. And this one doesn't really have a smell to it. This one has just a very, very, very light fragrance to it. I actually can feel this side more than I can feel this side. That's very interesting. I'm just gonna use the same brush. I'm now gonna take the Coty Airspun. So what I used to do, which is what I love to do, is I take out, oh, it's very fragrance. So if you're very sensitive to fragrance, you may not like this, but it is such an affordable loose setting powder, and it does such a great job that this stuff is amazing. I take out the sifter because when I was using it, I used to use my sponge and I would dip into it to set my foundation. So today I'm just gonna use a brush. So you can see I took the sifter out. It does get a little messy, but I like to hold on to the cap in my hand, and I'll put just a little teeny bit, mix it in the cap, kind of tap it off, and then I'm sort of just gonna go over like what I did, just to really make sure everything is set. I mean, just a very little bit. I don't wanna put like too much powder on my face. I do really like how this smells, but like I said, it's very strong, so be very careful. So this is another product that Tati mentioned in her video, and I had to have it as soon as I saw her talk about it. I love Physicians Formula, and I love some of their other products. I think what I'll do is I may do like a Physicians Formula targeted video. I think that would be a lot of fun because I do know that they have a lot of new products that they just recently released. I'm going to apply the bronzer. So there are 2 bronzers in here. For now, I'm just gonna apply the one that I used to really love using. It's a little powdery. I did get the powder in my nose, and I can actually still feel it. It does have a heavy fragrance to it as well. I'm just gonna go around my face. Need to kind of warm up my face because, like I said, I have a little bit of body bronzer on. So yes, I think I'm gonna just lightly dip into the matte Monoi Butter bronzer. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. I think it's a little too orangey for my skin tone. I'm gonna dip into the blush, so I'm going to use the Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush, which is this one right here. I'm gonna put that a little bit farther back because I want to have space for the Milani Cream Blush. So the color I have in the Milani Cheek Kiss is Nude Kiss, which is shade 110. I'm just gonna use my favorite brush that I really like to use for cream blush products. I said this in a couple of my previous videos and I'll say it again. This is the Fenty Beauty, the number 115. This is actually the foundation brush. I really love using this for cream blushes because it fits perfectly right on the apples of my cheeks. Let's see, first and foremost, if this will apply on top of an already powdered foundation. My base all done, and hope that it doesn't pick it up or disrupt it. So we'll see. So it does go on pretty heavy. So I have a paper towel in front of me. It doesn't seem to have disturbed my foundation or the powder underneath whatsoever. Nice. It doesn't have a fragrance to it. This formula actually is infused with pomegranate, watermelon, and rose extract. It is also infused with vitamin A, C, and E, and it's to help hydrate and brighten the skin. Looks really pretty. I actually really like it. So it also says that it blends seamlessly for a natural, flushed from within glow, lightweight, buildable, and never greasy. And it definitely doesn't feel greasy on the skin. Put quite a bit on that side. Oh well. I really like this. This is really nice. This is a really great drugstore, really nice affordable cream blush. I like this one and the e.l.f. Putty Blush, I believe is what it's called. Those two are really nice. This one is definitely a little bit creamier than the e.l.f. Putty Blush, but this is a really great option from the drugstore if you're more into like cream blushes. Okay, so now I'm going to dip into the highlights that are in the Physician Formulas palette. So I'm just going to swatch them on the palm of my hand. So this one is the limited edition powder palette mineral glow pearls, and the Rose All Day Petal Glow definitely is really great for medium to darker skin tones. So I'll do the lighter one on one side, I'll do the Rose All Day Petal Glow on the other side. And I'm gonna take the same one right now, which is the Mineral Glow Pearls, and I'm gonna just do the other places on my face that I like to do my highlighter, and then we'll do the other one on the other cheek. Pretty, I look very glowy. Okay, here's the Rose All Day Petal Glow. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That has more of like a champagne kind of color, very similar to definitely like the Champagne Pop. Oh, these are so glowy. Oh my God. A little bit goes a really long way. I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. So today my brows are leaning a little bit more to the sister instead of twin side of things. So now I have two mascaras. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in so we can get a better look at these. Alrighty, we're gonna do one on one side and one on the other. I would like to start with the Essence Lash Princess. So the price on this here is literally $4.99. That is so affordable. I've heard really great things about it. It says it's an iconic fiber brush, provides dramatic volume and length. So we'll see what happens. Well, yeah, it really grabs onto the lashes. My biggest issue that I have with changing to new mascaras, and I've tried loads of mascaras, is that my eyelashes have such a curl to them that when I have my eye like wide open, it tends to come off right up here on the upper brow bone. We'll see at the end of the day which one does it worse than the other. All right, now we're gonna do the Air Volume by L'Oreal on the other side. This brush it's really interesting. It seems to be just kind of like the same size as the neck of the mascara. This, let me read to you about this one. It's $13.99. This is Lash Multiplying, has a large cushiony double bristle brush. It's supposed to be light as air, mega volume, and it lasts up to 24 hours. It's supposed to be smudge and flake resistant, where this one I don't think the Essence one doesn't say that it's like smudge, or it doesn't have any of those claims, and it doesn't have a claim that it's long wearing. So it'll be interesting to see which one outlasts the other. This one must be pretty buildable. I can feel it hooks onto my lashes a lot more stronger than the Lash Princess did. My mirror's over here, so I'm trying to do my best to turn my head so you guys can see what I'm doing. So testing it today will definitely let me know A, if it's gonna smudge on me and come off on my brow bone, and B, if the L'Oreal one is truly a 24-hour long wear. All right, so to finish up this look, I'm still gonna keep you guys zoomed in. I'm going to use the Milani, the cream blush on my lips, because it is supposed to be a cheek and lip product. The final product that I have is the Maybelline. This is the Lifter Gloss. I have the shade 002. in Ice. So this one is $8.99. It comes in 15 shades. It's supposed to give you fuller lips, lasting hydration, visibly smooths and hydrates lips, and it has an extra large wand to enhance lip contour. Whenever products in their description say lip, like enhances lip contour, I never really know exactly what they mean when they say that, because my lips are the shape that they're gonna be, but I'm assuming that this is just like a lip plumper, so it's gonna smooth out like the fine lines in my lips. Okay guys, so that's the finished look. I'm going to do a wear test today. I'm not exactly sure how long I'll do it for, but at the moment it is 12:25. I will just come back at the end of my day when I'm ready to take my makeup off, and I will go over my final thoughts and opinions on everything. Hello, so I'm back. It is, oh, my watch died. It is 6:45 right now. I've had all of the products on for give or take about 6 hours, a little over 6 hours. I didn't do any touch-ups. I didn't do anything. I didn't fix anything. If it smudged or ran, I just left it because I wanted to show you guys exactly what would happen after a longer wear time. So I don't know if you can see this right here. This is what I was talking about earlier in my video, and I've mentioned it a couple times before, that I have a problem with mascaras doing this. This side didn't do it quite as bad, so this side I used the Lash Princess, and I kind of expected it to do that. The Lash Princess mascara doesn't really have any claims of being like a long wearing mascara, so I just kind of expected that to happen. And the other side, which was this side, I used the L'Oreal, the Air Volume Mega Mascara. So this one does have claims of being up to a 24-hour wear. And I believe the other claims that I read to you earlier was like, I think water resistant, heat resistant, and sweat resistant. So yeah, it did work a little bit better than the Lash Princess for sure. So I'll probably gravitate towards this one a little bit more. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you like my likes and dislikes with everything that I used today. So got the mascaras out of the way. The NYX, the Marshmellow Primer, I really like this stuff. I love how it smells. It felt really nice on my skin. It felt very hydrating because I do have really dry, dehydrated skin. So a lot of primers I have to be really careful with, just because sometimes they tend to either make my makeup look dry and patchy, kind of make my pores look a little bit more accentuated, or it just doesn't work at all and my makeup just rubs off regardless. But the foundation actually stayed on my face. I did wear a mask at one point today just because I had to run out and do something, and I just felt a little more comfortable putting the mask on where I was going. So even wearing the mask, the foundation mixed with this primer didn't come off. I was really impressed. So it has been an extremely long time since I have purchased anything CoverGirl, and I'm very impressed. I know I did half and half, and I am really impressed with this. This is something that I think I'm going to gravitate towards, especially on my like really quick, need to get a really quick little base and powder done and good to go. I really love this, so I highly recommend these, especially if you're looking for something that's a little bit more affordable. Next, the Infallible, the fresh 24-hour fresh wear. Same thing as the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Powder. I really love how this looks. I did it on this side of my face. I do have to say, I think that the foundation on this side of my face with the Infallible definitely looks a little bit more matte. Not a lot of like oils came through as much as it did on this side with the Clean Fresh powder. So I like this. I'd like to try it with just this alone, not like a foundation underneath it. So maybe I'll save that for another day. Can't say much about this. I love this powder. This is a really great, affordable, loose setting powder. If you don't want to spend an arm and a leg on something that's a little bit more luxury, this is extremely similar to a lot of the luxury brands that are out there right now. It does the job. It has a really beautiful scent. It is a strong scent, but it's a beautiful scent, and it's really finely milled, and it just sets your makeup for the whole day. The Physicians Formula All-Star Palette, I am 50-50 with this one, only because I've only ever really tried, like I mentioned before, the Muru. I really like this one. It kind of kicked up quite a bit in the palette. I don't really remember it kicking up quite so much in the single compact. Actually, I have the single compact. Hold please. So this is it right here. I have this one. This one is actually the light shade. And even looking at it, oh, the pan is a little bit bigger. Okay, I wonder if putting it in this palette, if it made a difference in the quality. I'm not sure, but I just feel like this one was way more powdery than what I experience when I use this particular one. So, I mean, if you want something that's a really nice affordable palette, you can have your bronzers, your blushes, your highlights all in one, and even a multicolored pressed setting powder. You know, this is a really great deal. I believe I purchased it for $14.99, but I think right now currently, I don't know when the video goes up if it'll still be on sale, but I want to say Ulta has it for sale for like $10.49. So that's kind of a good deal to jump on, especially if you just want something that's kind of all in one palette. Alrighty, the Milani cream blush. It's called the Cheek Kiss, excuse me. I had mentioned I have the shade Nude Kiss. This is very nice. I really like this. However, I feel like I should have, in the process of doing my makeup, I almost feel like this may be something I should have done before I put my setting powder on, or like the CoverGirl or the L'Oreal powder, just because when I went back with the highlighters from the Physicians Formula palette, I felt like, okay, so you can kind of see on this side, the highlighter, this one was the Rosé All Day, so it was a little bit darker. I feel like it grabbed onto the cream blush a little too much, and it just like made too much of a highlight for me, but I left it because I wanted to see what would happen as I wore it throughout the day. But like on this side, the lighter highlighter that's in the Physicians Formula, I think it's like, oh, let me look at what it's called. The Mineral Glow Pearls. I think that one didn't, maybe because it's a different texture in the way that it's pressed. Even though it still looks really glowy, I feel like I feel more comfortable with this side than I do like with this side. Okay, so the next and final product is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I really, really like this. I think that this is beautiful on its own. I did put it back on just because obviously I've been, like I always mention, you know, I eat, I drink, I talk, I touch my face. So this is really beautiful. I don't feel, like you could feel the mintiness from the formula, which I'm assuming is an aspect of like the plumping part of it, but it wasn't overwhelming. It was very nice. I know they have a ton of different shades in this, but when I went to Ulta and I found this, it only seemed like they had just a couple in stock, so I really like this color. Well, I am gonna go take my makeup off. Thank you again for joining me. I do appreciate you guys watching my videos as always. If you would like to see more of this face right here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.